Hello everyone and welcome to Airships Conquer the Skies. In today's video we're going to be doing the commenter challenge from that guy who suggested we try out a land train. Basically a land tank with a bunch of, I assumed he meant something like that, fairly large in scale, going up against the Aussies with lots of flat cannons on top and stuff like that. So that's what we're going to be trying. I'm recording this afterwards because I actually referenced the wrong comment when I recorded this the first time, so I do apologize for that. You guys won't know that, but if there seems to be any desyncing or anything from this, well, not desyncing, but if this part sounds different and doesn't make as much sense, being the introduction to this video, that is why, is because I screwed up and said the wrong commenter name for this challenge. Either way, just enjoy the video. He suggested a giant land train, basically, and so this is of course appropriately named Death on Rails, not Wales. Death on Wales. Maybe they should add in flying sky whales to this game. That would be interesting. No, Death on Rails Mark 1. As you can see, I have it equipped with heavy steel armor for most of it, except it was too heavy, so I couldn't actually use it. I mean, this thing is probably not even going to be able to move, and significantly reduce structural integrity due to the massive size. Now, that right there, probably one of my major concerns. And this is honestly, I think that should be removed. I think larger ships should actually have increased structural integrity, and that, I think, would go a long way in helping balance large ships versus small ships. Because right now, small ships are just better in every way because they're more efficient. But if you basically made it to where the base health of a ship increased with the size, I think that could definitely end up being useful. And you can't really see here, but we actually have, I'll switch the module in a second, but we actually have several keels as well. They're just the small keels. And I honestly think that the keels should reduce structural integrity by a lot more than they do. Because right now they don't seem that useful. And again, I just think there needs to be more bonuses for larger ships in terms of their overall structural integrity and HP. So even if you can eliminate the individual modules, they should be able, larger ships should basically be able to, the ship themselves aren't going to explode or burn apart as quickly. Maybe they have basically, again, maybe you have it tied to the keel, so like a large keel, which again would more or less require a larger ship because you're going to have more lift and more power. Maybe something like that basically reduces the rate, basically reduces how quickly fire spread on large ships, and you could also reduce the damage from it, or reduce the chance of explosions, or reduce the damage that explosions do, or something like that. Either way, that's going to be an issue. The ship is heavy and may have difficulty navigating terrain. Oh yeah, this thing probably won't be able to go, barely move. That said, though, I'm actually going to customize the map. I'm going to just do a completely flat surface, because if there's any hills at all, this thing is just not gonna work. Anyway, so yeah, there's the armor for it. Modules wise, you can see we have 1, 2, 3 keels. I was trying to add in another one, but I couldn't find a good space for it. So each one of these tracks, we're gonna start with each one and kind of head over this way. So we have 2 coal stores and fire points, a couple of ammo stores. Probably could have used more ammo stores, actually. We also have a machine shop to do repairs. And then we have just a bunch of quarters and flat cannons on top, and Gatling guns on the end, but flat cannons are our main weapon. Then we have another repair base, some more coal stores, a targeting computer, which I basically, hold on, requires a unit of coal every 20 seconds, increases weapon accuracy. Okay, so we're gonna actually rearrange. We're actually gonna modify this. I should have read that before. So I will be back in just a moment with the modified version. So we did a bit of rearranging, and I think I have a better plan set up. So we removed the workshop because it took up too much space, and we needed the ammo. So we put an ammo store here, and this is actually the one. And there was an ammo store here. We moved it here to keep this coal here to provide for the targeting computer. We rearranged some of where the crew quarters are. We have the same number of crew quarters, but we rearranged them. We put in some fire extinguishers right here, just keep fires out there. And then we have so we got ammo store there that we basically moved because one was here. We put it there, and we actually added this one. So this is an extra ammo store to basically provide for the flat cannons along the top there. Then crew quarters and everything. So we have one bridge here. We have a second bridge here, and a third bridge here. So we have 3 bridges. So even if one is removed, we will be able to still give orders. And then, of course, we've got all of this stuff down here. Operators, 3 crew members. So yeah, and we have the targeting computer here. Same basic coal stores. We do have some guard barracks. We have several of those. I don't remember where all I put them. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it looks like we have 4. But that was basically just in case we put this thing up against boarding ships. Because this is not going to be a ship I would ever use in a campaign. But this would be something that might be fun to throw in some commenter challenges. And I might do some modified versions. Like, I might do a version that's like half this size, like where it's only 2 large tracks. And we might do some smaller ones. We might actually try and make like a 4 army that's entirely land tanks, like the land tanks like that. But the main issue with them is just the lack of maneuverability. So we basically kind of have to cheat and make sure that we're playing on a flat surface in order to make these even remotely useful. And that's kind of the main issue with land tanks overall. Yeah, you can make some decent designs, but still, overall, they're not. Airships are going to be better. But I guess the one benefit of these is that they don't have to worry about generating lift at all, but they are very vulnerable to bombers, and bombers are really good, especially in multiplayer from what I've seen and what I've heard. Bombers are, like, high-altitude bombers are really useful. But then again, any just small, efficient ship is really useful in multiplayer. Anyway, moving on. That's pretty much all I've got for the design. Yeah, just a ton of flat cannons all along the top. So you can see we have a lot of flat cannons. And we're going to put this up against the Aussies. Because the comment was originally suggested in one of our Aussie battle against the Aussies. So here we go. I'm going to set the battle up, and I will be back in just a moment. And hello, everyone, and welcome back. And we have everything set up. Now, this is the... I'm trying to remember how many Aussies this is. Actually, I can open this up. Let's see. We hit say, okay, this is 26 Mark 1s, 13 Mark 2. So that's how many Aussies there are. So, wait, hold on. How many was that? So, yeah, there are 39 total. Let's check the money. Yeah, we have a slight money advantage, but I want to see if this actually can just beat this, and then we'll actually try using even money amount. So, without further ado, here's our land tank, and time to get started. And we're going to just advance forward. It can barely move. Let's see, outside view. Things are not looking so well. Things aren't looking too good. On the bright side, as soon as we shred those pretty quickly. Yep. Okay, first tracks are gone. Rear compartment is gone. Front tracks are gone. We're barely moving at all. This is actually very entertaining to watch, the destruction of this horrible landship. So we took out a couple. I think that's worth something. Okay. We're going to hop in because I just had an idea for a land ship. So we're going to do large tracks. I don't know, where are the tracks? We're going to just do a regular track. We're going to do a very small ship. I actually don't even know if this will work. We're gonna try it. We're gonna try this. Might end up being a terrible idea. How many? What's the recommended crew? Recommended crew is 12. We can definitely supply that with just berths. I'm gonna do the berths in the front. And okay, so air sails is 9. That's gonna be a little bit tricky. Cockpit in there, and then berths. Maybe add on a couple more to the back, like that. And then maybe a rifle. Or actually, move that forward like actually, move forward one more like that. Get those. Or actually, okay, I guess one back. Nope. One there, and then we're going to do the berths, and we're going to keep that there, but we're going to do the berths, and then that will give us 15 air sailors. We need 13 as the recommended, so we're going to go ahead and just take a rifle. Where's the rifle? Rifle. Am I not seeing the rifle? Oh, there it is. Put a rifle in front. Okay, so I don't know what to name this. We're gonna go with... All right, so I just called it Tank Mark 1. I can't think of a clever name, so we're going to leave it like that. If anyone has any ideas for names, go ahead and leave a comment in this comment down below. And yeah, I also just had to add on a supply hatch right there because I forgot I didn't have one. So we're going to save design, Tank Mark 1. Nope. Save design, save. And then we're going to leave, and we're going to do open a combat. We're going to do land tanks. We're going to open this up. And we're going to add land ship. And we're going to do the Tank Mark 1, and we're going to add a bunch of these. We're going to just go on to, how cheap are these? I don't know how much these cost either. So we will look at that. Yeah, okay, so we're about even. If we knock one of these off, we'll be not quite even enough. We're going to go ahead, nope, not airship, land ship. Tank Mark 1, go ahead and put that one in there. So yeah, we have a little bit extra money, but I have a feeling we're still going to lose. Okay, here we go. Let's go forward, guys. Go, go, go. Onward to victory. Oh, wow. This is awful. This is just horrible. At least they can actually move, unlike the Death on Rails. But wow, this is... Yeah. I wonder how many we actually took out. I mean, still got a lot back here. I'd say probably 3, 9, 6, 3, 6, 9. Probably like a dozen still left we have been defeated. I mean, a lot more than a dozen. Way more than a dozen, actually. But we did kill a couple. I think those had better results than the Death on Rails, so... there we go. That's it for this video. Just kind of experimenting with some land tanks. I have a few more ideas. I'll probably do a follow-up to this video later on. But in the meantime, that's all for today. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to check back more. And as always, till next time.